Welcome back to the advanced class, Lesson 5. Today, we'll explore, blend, the technique of image mixing and image stacking. In my opinion, this is an essential method for product design, graphic creativity, and architectural concept development. By the end of this lesson, you'll gain a completely new understanding of how AI can assist in creative work. Most of you have probably used the blend command before, combining image 1 and image 2 into a single, merged composition. More often, we blend a white background image with a background scene, creating an effect similar to Photoshop's method of removing the background and placing an image into a new environment. For example, blending a white background astronaut photos with a starry sky background. First, we obtain the image address or simply copy the image. Then, call the blend command. In image 1, paste the copied astronaut picture. Then, copy the background image and paste it into image 2. Press enter, and the blending process is complete. Now, let's take a look at the result. Doesn't it look a lot like Photoshop's simple compositing technique? You can click to view a larger version of the image. Here, I'd like to share a personal thought. Any visual effect that can be easily achieved with traditional software, like Photoshop, is not the most valuable use of AI creativity. If PS can already do it, why use MidJourney? Now, let's move on to image stacking. By using the image URLs directly in the image prompt, we can mix and stack them seamlessly. For example, blending a square with a circle creates a rounded square, while the two images, colors, and materials are also merged together. Back in MidJourney, let's look at an example. Suppose we have a project to design a new Starbucks cup. Our initial idea is to integrate traditional Chinese elements, like a Buddha head motif. So, we can obtain the image addresses of both the cup and the Buddha head, then combine them in the image prompt. First, copy the URL of the cup image, call the image command, and paste it with Ctrl+V. Then, copy the Buddha head image URL, and paste it in as well. Press enter, and the two images will blend together. Now, observe the result. The Buddha head doesn't simply appear as a flat printed pattern on the cup. Instead, it merges naturally with the cup's form, creating an entirely new three-dimensional structure. It's like two pieces of clay, one shaped like a cup, and the other like a Buddha head, being gently pressed and fused together. In essence, image stacking and image blending share the same foundation. The key difference lies in understanding that stacking can be used to create entirely new product shapes. Traditional design tools, such as 3ds Max or Rhino, are not well suited for this kind of conceptual work. They're often too time-consuming for early design exploration. With image stacking, you can quickly develop unique and imaginative product concepts. Have you learned it yet? Not so fast. The difference between a beginner and a pro lies in attention to detail. Although we've successfully stacked the images, the result isn't perfect yet. For instance, the connection between the Buddha head and the cup might still look a little rough. Think back to what we covered in earlier lessons. Multi-prompt weighting control. Try slightly lowering the weight of the cup to 0.9, while keeping the Buddha head's weight at 1. This will produce images where the Buddha head appears more defined and better integrated with the cup's body. Keep in mind that this multi-prompt weighting technique is only supported in earlier versions of MidJourney. Here, we're using version 5.2, and that wraps up today's lesson. We've distinguished between image blending and image stacking, and completed a simple product concept design using both methods.